G'day mate and welcome to Dyson Sphere with me, Jitty, and the wonderful gentleman, Mr. Icarus in front of you. And it's been asked many times, how the hell do I deal with the dark fog? How the hell do I kick them off my planet? I've been fighting them for a while. I've been, losing left, right, and center, watching them gain experience left, right, and center, and I want a better way to, remove them from my world. So today, I want to present to you the first way to kick them off the planet, and that is the Trident method. This is very early game. This is still really red and blue science, mostly blue, and I'm going to show you how to do the Trident method. But before I do that, I need to ask a couple questions. One, can I borrow a like? I just like to borrow a like. I like to borrow a like early in the video. If you're not happy with the video, I'll tell you what, you can have your like back. I'll offer you that much. At the same time, can Icarus just get dressed into a little bit of a combat uniform? Yes. Much better. Okay, now with our combat uniform on, let's talk about our technology. So technology-wise, we have, Mecha Core 1 and 2, mechanical frames, 1, 2, 3. Inventory capacity, just a little bit of robots, but we're still talking red and blue science. Auto reconstruction 1 and 2. I'd like 3, but again, that's yellow science. I have mass construction. That gives me blueprints. It makes your life a little bit easier with blueprints, but they're not a requirement. Also, we have energy circuit 1 and 2. We can't get 3. No, 1 and 2. We have drone engines 1 and 2. Again, can't get 3. I've got flight because why the hell not? And I've only got energy shields number 1. It's just blue science. We could get the next one up, but I haven't bothered because Icarus is not going to be doing any fighting. At the same time, I grab kinetic weapon damage because it's cheap. As for technologies, well, we don't need many. We literally just need ammo, and we need guns, and we need splitters and belts. That's it. So step number 1, take a whole bunch of ammo, put it in a box. Make sure that box has many sorters coming out and dumping onto a single belt. In my case, well, I happen to have a little bit of water here, so you are miles away from our combat zone, but that's perfectly fine. After that, we're going to come up towards our front line, still making sure we've got plenty of space before we get anywhere near them. And what we'd like to do is we'd like to attack straight on. So I want to move this belt sort of straight on with that base. Yeah, about there somewhere. And then we need to put in a little sorter. Now, the sorter is, splitter. Put in a splitter so we can divide our belt into multiple spikes. Multiple spikes of our Trident. Can we not have that tutorial thingy there? Next thing I want a couple of guns. I want one gun. Let's widen our Trident out just a little bit. 2 guns, 3 guns, sure. And we're going to run our belt into our splitter, and then I'm going to run through our gun and on one tile. So through our gun on one tile, and through our gun on one tile. Then I need a single power pole, and we're going to put this right here. This will cover all 3 of them, and then I need to plug that back in my power network. Okay, with that done, we are ready to commence our attack. We are ready to go. Oh, hopefully that one is going to fit on the island. The only thing I want to do to make my life a little bit easier is I'm going to go into blueprint mode, and I'm going to copy from the front to the back of that power pole. With that done, I'm going to hit the paste button, and then I'm going to align that up so it crosses over with the existing belt and drag it forward. Once I've dragged it forward, I can press the plus button to increase the gap in the blueprints, but what I actually want to do is I want to hit minus once. If I hit minus once, every single belt is going to overlap, and then I'm going to let go. Now, it's going to tell me that I can't build here because, well, it overlaps with existing structures. That's perfectly fine. We're going to hold down shift and press enter. With that done, we're going to get a milestone, and the bots are going to take off. Now the bots are going to take off, and they're going to start building both the guns and the belts. We can help them out a little bit by holding on any of the green guns that are in our inventory and putting them down for the robots. Meanwhile, leave the bots to mostly get on with putting in the belts and the power poles. Now, as you can see, automatically we're in combat. Well, to be more exact, the guns are in combat. We do have a couple of things we need to worry about, meaning these plasma sentries. They're awfully nasty, and they can actually take out our guns without an issue. So as soon as our guns start getting taken out, we're going to stop building them. I don't want to waste the materials on building the guns. I'd much prefer to waste the materials building the belts and make sure that those sentries are busy shooting down belts. As we get further forward, we're going to put in a couple of extra guns. Meanwhile, Icarus is back here. He's perfectly safe. He is perfectly safe the whole time. Nothing has come anywhere near him. And I believe that base is done. We'll even send Icarus in here to help in the end. Guns are on. Guns are on. Cool. There we go. Cool. Base done. That was a level 4 base. Okay. This works anything up to, well, I'll show you towards the end of the video, a significantly higher level base. Sure, it'll probably cost us some more guns, but it can be done without a problem. The other thing I want to do is I want to talk about this hole. So this hole, I have a couple of options. One, I can throw some foundations in there. If I just grab myself some foundations, I can throw some foundations in there by just clicking this button. It's going to cost me a bunch of soil pile, but you get soil pile from fighting with the friends. Yes. Now, when you do that, it means that guy in the sky, hello, sky. That guy in the sky is going to go away, which is fine, but it just means if they invade the planet, they're going to invade the planet somewhere else. Our second option is we can put in, where is it? It is under power. I can put a, geothermal, because that's lava. And the rule for a geothermal is it can be placed on lava. So as you can see, I have the option to put this right here. The other option is, I will actually provide a blueprint. If you're interested, it'll be over on my Discord. You can just throw a blueprint in one of these holes of a geothermal. Just a blueprint. And that will still cause, well, that relay station to go away. But if I throw that in there, we're going to hook that up to the power grid. It is worth 340%. So what's that? 16 megawatts. 16 megawatts worth of power from that one building. Remove power pole. Cool. Now you're isolated. 16.3 megawatts for 340%. I was lucky. Normally it's at least 300. So it's at least 15 megawatts worth of power for every geothermal power station. And we can quite happily plop these down everywhere whenever they attack. So I found a lot of people have gone to caulking every single hole they find to then have a new hole pop up on their planet to then caulk that one as well for those extra power boosts. It doesn't solve the hive problem in outer space. It also doesn't solve the fact that we're going to have friends on other planets, but it at least caulks the hole for right now. And now your next question might be, how do I deal with permanently stopping them coming back and invading? Because it's all well and good when you take out their first base, but you might find after you get to your second and your third and your fourth planet that they keep invading time and time again, and then you have to pop over to other planets and go and beat them off. Well, we're going to get into that right about now. And we're back on a slightly different planet, but with the same problem. On this particular planet, I happen to have, 3 of our friends I have to deal with, but we're also a little bit later in the tech tree. I now have access to missile towers. Now, missile towers are still blue science, as is the signal tower. Well, signal tower is red and blue, which we're about to talk about. And these are quite effective. These are quite effective at taking out a whole bunch of things. They'll attack ground targets, they'll also attack air towers, and they'll attack space. But they have one problem, and that's range. Range is a bit of an issue. Now, I can pick them up, and I can drag them over here, and I can put them like one right about here, and then once it's built, I can then, load it with some ammo and have it shoot at these guys. And that is a viable way of dealing with them. But I don't really want to try and drag all these guys all over the map to, take out each one of these targets. What I'd really like to do is I'd really like to make sure that everything died without me having to worry about it. So we have access to, under defense, a new little tower. The signal tower. Now, the signal tower is a very interesting tower. It's a tactical defensive facility. Periodically sends out a signal of specific frequency to induce dark fog. So what that means is if you put down one of these, when they attack, they're going to be lured towards this particular tower. It's going to attract them. That's, very good if you have a death trap you wish to drag them into. But at the same time, they can also form a data chain with missile towers for information sharing, thus expanding the attack range of missile turrets. Which means it basically forms as a radar. It forms as like a long-range scout. If this tower can see the bad guys, it can give the exact location to any missile towers on the planet, and then make sure that they shoot at it. So I have, on this particular planet, I have a bunch of missile towers here at this pole. I also have a bunch of missile towers here at this pole. And we're going to, take out our friends right here. Also, I should mention there's a couple of other bonuses. It does require you to have wireless power towers, and it requires 2 wireless power towers to craft it, because much like the wireless power towers, they can charge Icarus. Also, it transmits power inside that little blue range, and can actually extend the power grid a fair bit. So I'm going to dump this, I'm thinking right about here. And as soon as you dump down, we can see all these things have red health bars. Red health bars means they're dead, they just don't know it yet. And there's missiles coming from the other side of the map. Yeah. This whole base is dead. Now, if I remove this, the missiles are going to stop launching. pretty much straight away. If I put this back down, well, they're dead. They don't know they're dead, but they're dead. And done. Cool. So that's a great way of dealing with friends. Now, it doesn't deal with that problem in space. Now, that problem in space, we have a couple of options. We already covered the option of throwing in one of these guys. Oh, I can't throw in one of those guys because one of you's still alive. Oh, you want it in range. You be dead. There you go. Cool. Where were we? Power. I can... Oh, no, that building. That building's still alive. Okay, can I... You need to make sure everything's dead before you can build. There you go. Cool. Very dead. Very dead. Cool. Now I can, yeah, there's a little bit of overkill. Now I can throw in one of these, and that's going to make that friend go away. Okay, so I can't. Oh, there we go. Relay station is off. He has 1.53 gigajoules worth of energy. I wonder if I can just like tap a power cable into him. Okay, so we have that as an option. By the same token, if I blueprint that, cool. Now I have a blueprint of it. We can head over here, and I can throw in a signal tower. By the way, signal tower is very important. Don't actually need power, it seems, to actually start launching attacks. Maybe they do. No, you need power. Okay, fine. Oh, go away. There. Oh, that's not in range of power still. I'm getting smacked here. Ha, solved. Alright, does that range of everything? No, it doesn't reach range of everything. Cool. Now it has range of everything. And ouch. Ow. That's rude. I really wish the sound... It's something with the new update. The sound is a little bit balked. Okay. That's a raiding party that I need to die. And... everything's dead now. Okay, with everything being dead now, I can now take this blueprint. I'm going to drop that blueprint there. And I've got auto build on. Well, that was a bad example. With auto build on, it automatically builds things. Off. Okay, well, that sucks. All right, but where's their third base? I have one more base we can demonstrate this on. All the way over there. Can we grab you? All right, can I want to fly to here. And land. Thank you. Okay. Can I get wireless power tower and power tower? See, now I'm going to actually build things properly. Extend the range out to there. Come on, Icarus. We have friends that we need to talk to. There. Cool. You're mostly dead. You're all dead. And can I throw another one there? And now you're all very dead. Except for you, who happens to be out of range again. Solved. Okay, now everybody's very dead. Now, my options are, I can, like I said, put a blueprint over here, but I'm sort of out of things that I can demonstrate with, so we're not going to do that. My other option is I can blow this planetary base out of the sky. Now, I don't really recommend you blow planetary bases out of the sky, because it is going to increase the threat for the space, the hive. But for right now, well, I need a demonstration, so we're going to choose to blow that thing up. Because our missiles have a couple of options. If we click on them, they shoot on the ground. They shoot at low air targets, i.e. Things that normally fly around. They also shoot at space targets if space targets come close enough, i.e. when you piss off the hive enough that it chooses to... Oh. Do I have a new one? I have a new one. Well, that's convenient. I'm going to put you here. But they have an option to shoot at upper air, which is... Oh. Well, disabled. But it turns out I clicked on the wrong one. Off. Low. Cool. Now I have something to copy and paste. Alright. Can we then, in the case of this example, actually, I can... Okay. I can copy... we're going to go to this space hub. and then I'm going to say paste, and then I'm going to go to this space hub. I'm going to put a ghost on the other side of the map, which is going to make you dislodge and fly away straight away. Perfect. All right. The other thing I can do is, providing they're in range, they have to be in range, i.e. in range of a signal tower or close to, I can set you to shoot at upper air, which means, well, you're going to shoot at anything that's floating in the upper air. In the case of upper air, that's the only thing that exists in upper air. Relay stations. Upper air, relay station only. So you are the only object that these guys will shoot at. And you need to be in range of 4,200 meters of that signal tower, which is an awful lot, as each 1 meter is roughly 1 tile. So if I grab some belt and I click from here and I drag to here, that's 300 meters roughly for, well, a quarter of the way around the planet. So basically 1 or 2 signal towers will sort of deal with covering a whole planet from low air, or upper air. Hence why really recommend you just need a few of these guys, North Pole, South Pole, and then, well, when the friends come along, they should get taken out without a problem. I will mention that every projectile in the game is actually really simulated, rather than just, well, lots of games cheat where they fire a projectile and it's guaranteed to hit. So if the planet's rotating or something gets in the way, there is a chance you'll launch a rocket from here and it'll hit the surface of the planet on the way past. Yeah, so keep that in mind. And I have no idea how long till a new space tug comes over and sets up a new relay station here, because that's really what I want to demonstrate next. But I also don't really want to wait around for... What the hell is that? Okay. Yeah, I don't want to wait around for that to happen. What I do want to do is... I do want to show you the Trident method on a slightly higher level base. So just give me a minute and let me load up a slightly different map and we'll have a check out of that. And here we have a slightly different example. This is a level 13 base. So this is on the scale of 1 to aggressive, extreme. Also, this has, let's turn the GUI back on, thank you. This has a Ranger, which is a flying unit. This might be the first time you've seen one of these. They are not particularly fun to play with because they fly up. Now he's got a friend. And yeah, they're not particularly fun to play with. Don't have a lot of hit points, but do an awful lot of damage. Whereas, well, the Raiders, well, they do a whole lot of damage and have a whole lot of armor, and they're really the meats and the bones of the factory. Well, Dark Fog. Also, as you can see, there's multiple camps around here, so this is going to spawn fairly regularly new units. But what I do want to do is I want to show you guys the Trident method. Again, going up against a slightly harder target. I have given it a couple of upgrades. It now has connected weapons damage 1 and 2. I can't get number 3 because that's yellow science. We're still really limiting ourselves to red and blue science. We can grab another energy shield, I guess. But I think, well, Tony Stark is ready to go. So we're going to have that go away. Cool. Thanks, game. You're super helpful with all your tips that never go away. All right, we're going to throw that into there. Now, I am going to use the exact same as I did before, except this time around, I'm going to use a very tight build because these guys are not going to be fun, so I don't want to spread the guns out too much. We're going to run that through to there, that through to... One more tile, please. And that through there. Of course, if you want this particular blueprint, it is going to be available on my Discord server, along with the blueprint for the single what's it called? It's right under there. Geothermal power station. You know, if you want to make sure that the towers go away and you don't actually want to deal with filling them in. But we're going to grab this little blueprint and we're going to again run this forward right into there. Press the minus button, let go, hold down shift and press enter to force the blueprint. Close that. And then we're going to very carefully stand very far back because these guys are going to be very aggressive. We can help the bots build, but I'm willing to bet combat is going to start really quickly. I do have ammo loaded, so Icarus can at least help shoot. But as you see, we get overwhelmed very quickly due to the sheer numbers that we have coming forward. Yeah, rebuild that. And build that one. And my robots, which I still don't have many of, we only have 6 of them, are busy going to be trying to both build and repair things constantly. Okay, so you guys are now being shot by their lasers, which means I don't want to build any further forward than here because I'm going to have massive losses. All right. Once I can see the belt is in place, i.e. we've got the belt that far forward, I can build a gun by all means, and probably hand build it, and then, well, wait for these guys to catch up. Now, one thing you get a chance to do when you're doing this is Dark Fog is launching assault. Well, that's handy. Just what I needed. Ranger camp. So as you can see, this has a replicating. It says turbocharge 32 seconds. So for the next 32 seconds, it's going to keep pouring units out non-stop, which means for the next 30 seconds, me making any progress is probably going to be very, very slim. But once that timer runs out, it has a little bit of a cooldown. So during that cooldown, that's normally a good chance for me to actually push forward. I can see we do have some belts down, so I'm going to put one there, one there, one there. Build you, and build you. And yeah, they're chewing through my side walls. It's fine. There are 3 bases on this planet, and none of them are particularly happy. This one's even less happy. It's now level 14. No, Icarus, get the hell out of there. Yep, they thoroughly outrange everything. And I'm guessing Icarus auto-shot one of them. That made them grumpy. It's possibly safer to not have Icarus have any weapons. He can have his little laser. This little laser, it's super short range. This has a range of 32. That has a range of... I'm being shot at again. Yep, I am. Cool. Please stand away from the guns. Okay, also I should mention we could throw in battlefield analysis. I could throw in one of these and actually build that. And that would give us another 12 robots to help repair and also build things. There you go, have some power as well. And they'd also pick up all the ammo and also all the loot drops that happen all around here, which would, you know, further increase the rate at which hopefully you move forward. But obviously we're in the building stage, no? There we go. You're again in a turbocharged stage, so there's so many dudes coming out at the moment, I'm not going to make any forward progress. But hopefully, have I run out of belt? I have run, no, I haven't run out of belt. There we go, we're making progress again. And crap, Icarus. Ooh. Yeah, shoot at something else. Here, stand behind a big building. Cool. I have guns. Can you have some guns? And you have some guns? And you can have some belt? And you can have some belt? Cool. Power poles? Got some power poles? Here, have some power poles. It doesn't have ammo. Replicating, we're in turbocharge mode, and that's our problem. During the turbocharge mode, we don't make a lot of progress. But we are making progress. That's the important thing. I'm probably making more progress if I turned off your weapons and didn't let you shoot back. Okay. Oh. Remove that one. There, and there, and there. There we go. And we can fill in the gaps in our blueprints. Because obviously there were enemy structures there at the time. And there, and there, and there. Build, build, build. Also, if we take out the central building, that'll cut off their power. There we go. If the power's gone, everything becomes much easier to shoot at. You have insufficient power. You become a sitting dog. You still replicate. So you guys keep pumping out units as long as you have matter left over. So matter rather than the need for energy, whereas the lasers shoot energy. Can I look at you? I know you're a ranger. You're a high energy laser tower who's building at 38%. So you never got finished. But yeah, we can see that units are flying out left, right, and center. The guns are doing a pretty good job of shooting at ground and low air. They can't shoot in the high air, and they definitely can't shoot stuff in space. But that is the level 17 base. Ruined with the Trident method. And a lot of ammo. Like an awful lot of ammo. So much ammo. But it's dead. That's the important thing. And casualties. I have no idea. I have no idea how many guns we've lost, but most of it's belt. Believe it or not, most of it's actually belts. We do lose a couple of guns. Obviously, I lose less guns if I use battlefield towers, because they will actually, obviously recover a whole lot of, will help repair things. But it's very, very effective. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave this video. This should tell you, or at least give you a good idea of how to remove the friends early game and make sure that you don't have too many problems with them. Well, at least for a little while. Between the Trident method to be able to clear them out. Also, well, if you find them on a planet where you've already cleared them off, at least you thought you cleared them off, being able to throw down a signal tower to make sure all your missile launchers can then hit them, and also throw down a couple of signal towers to make sure that, well, when new relay stations try to fly over, they get taken out before they find refuge on your lovely pristine planet. And with all that said and done, I'm going to leave this particular video here and take out another planetary base. And I do hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I do hope you found it helpful. And remember that like I asked whether I could borrow at the start? I'd really like to keep it. Also, Tony would really like to ask you, any chance you want to hit the subscribe button on your way out? Anyway, that's it. We're done. Thanks for watching. See you next one. Bye.